So we're going to find our bodies in a comfortable seated pose, any easy seat that feels good for you. May you find your position as we are using our easy seat to help relax, wind down our mind and body. Tummies are tucked in at the navel, spinal cords are nice and elongated, meaning we are not sunken, having that nice elongated spine. With our shoulders relaxed downward away from the ears. Eyes are slightly gazed downward or closed. As we take a nice deep intentional breath in, exhale, breathe in deeply, exhale. Taking a moment to notice how the breath feels within the body as we breathe our palms at heart center, coming into a seated prayer. As we use this time for silent meditation, 4 breaths. Two more breaths. And we're going to allow our fingers to flow towards the earth. Palms are connected to the yoga mat as we are using this moment to connect with our environment. Taking a moment to notice what is going on right here, right now, in our present moment, without judgment, simply being aware. And during our session here today, we may hear noises and sounds. We may become distracted. However, may we only allow in what is comforting and soothing for us in our practice here today. 2 more breaths. And we're going to flow our palms up towards the heavens, fingertips flows towards the ceiling. Pelvic bone is tilted forward, heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. Breathing our palms together with that pointer finger pointing up towards the heavens, maybe slightly squeezing our back blades. Allowing our arms to slightly flow to the back of the room. You may feel this slight back bend in your lumbar spine, which is your lower back. 3 breaths. Two breaths. Exhaling back to center, separating those palms. We are now in that seated extended mountain. Taking a nice breath. Exhale, twist the body towards the right, palms come down as we gaze over that right shoulder, coming into that seated twist. Allowing the eyes to gaze down and close. Allowing this twist to soothe and relax our spine. 4 breaths. Two breaths. And we're going to exhale back to center, coming into a seated star. In that star, our palms are slightly outward towards the side. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale, twist the body towards the left, palms come down as we gaze over that left shoulder. Spinal twist, opposite side. Allowing the eyes to softly gaze down and close as this spinal twist soothes and relaxes. 4 breaths. Two more breaths. You're going to exhale our bodies back to center, coming into that star. Flowing into that extended mountain. Come into that salute, palms together. Breathing our palms back down that heart center, coming into that seated prayer. Gazing the eyes downward or closing the eyes. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. As we flow our feet into a bound position, coming into that diamond or that butterfly, bound pose. This is a hip opener. Optioning to keep our backs nice and elongated, or we can hinge at the hips. We can drop our head downward towards our feet. Noticing that chin comes to the clavicle. Also taking notice of how the pose feels different in the body from when we're sitting upright in that diamond or butterfly, as opposed to when we slightly hinge at the hips and come deeper in that hinge. You'll feel your hip flexors working, stretching, and lengthening. So listening to your body and only coming as close to the earth as your body feels is needed and is wanted. Allowing those shoulder blades your shoulders to melt forward. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. As the body comes deeper in a pose. 4 breaths. Three breaths. Optioning to hold this pose and breathe out, palms in front of us, flat on the earth, coming into that extended pose here. Extended diamond or butterfly. Palms in front of us, flat on the earth. Dropping that head, chin comes to clavicle. 2 more breaths. Slowly coming up, we are back into that diamond or butterfly. Just taking a moment to notice the difference between the poses. In a diamond, the feet are further away from the body. And the butterfly, the feet are closer to the body. Pose looks very similar. As we breathe our palms to our feet, and we're going to take a moment to simply just squeeze our feet, applying pressure points to our toes, the balls of our feet, the center of our feet, and noticing how that feels within the body. Gazing our eyes down and closing the eyes. Backs are nice and straight. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. As we use this time to show our feet a little self-love, gratitude, and appreciation. Two more breaths. And we're going to use our hands to breathe our legs together, knees together, and extend our legs coming into a staff pose. Legs are parallel side by side. Maybe our toes are pointing downward towards the earth, or maybe our toes are pointing up. Whatever feels best for you. And we're going to slightly hinge at the hips, just a little hinge. And we are now in a seated half forward fold. And noticing that when we hinge at the hips, we went from a staff to a seated half forward fold, and you'll feel that stretch behind your legs in that seated half forward fold. Placing our palms right beneath our knees, or breathing our palms down to our ankles or our toes, bottoms of our feet, and optioning to hinge a little deeper, coming into a seated complete forward fold. Noticing how the torso and head comes closer to your legs. You'll feel that stretch a little deeper behind your legs and your hamstring, and that complete forward fold. You'll also feel a slight pull, lengthen and stretch in your lumbar back, your lower spine. So this half forward fold and complete forward fold is great for stretching the hamstrings behind the legs, the buttocks, gluteus maximus. It's also great for feeling that stretch and lengthening in that lumbar spine. As we gaze our eyes down, take a nice breath. Exhale. 4 breaths of silence. Two more breaths. Slowly coming up to a half forward. As we come on up to our staff pose, just straightening our bodies. Heart chakra is lifted, chin is up, that pelvic bone is tilted forward. Palms are relaxed on our laps. Optioning to point those toes downward towards the earth, coming into that ballerina's foot. And noticing how that feels in the body as we are gazed forward. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more breaths. And we're going to breathe our palms up above our heads, feeling our fingertips flow up towards the heavens. Interlacing our fingers with that pointer finger pointing up, allowing our arms to slightly flow towards the back of the room. Noticing that their heart chakra lifts up, chin is up, pelvic bone also tilts forward. Tummies are tucked in at the navel. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhaling back to center, coming into that prayer as palms come heart center. Relaxing the shoulders downward away from the ears. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Taking a moment to connect our palms to the earth. And we're going to work on a pigeon pose. We're going to keep that right leg to the front and the left leg is going to go to the back. So let's swither and turn our bodies coming into that pigeon pose. Bending that right knee slightly forward, left leg flows to the back. Just feeling that easy transition. Now we can option to be in that pigeon or we can come into that deer doe pose by slightly bending that left knee. See that there? Noticing how that feels. Doe pose or pigeon pose, legs, that left leg is straight to the back. Whatever feels good for you. If we're in that pigeon, we're not going to be in a sleeping pigeon. We're going to be in that upright pigeon, using our hands to lift our bodies away from that front right thigh. And we're going to slightly gaze over that right shoulder. Feeling that spinal twist. Gaze in the eyes down, 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhaling back to center. Just relaxing the body. Let's connect the left foot to the left hand. Bending that knee, left foot comes left hand. Working on that king pigeon pose. We can also option to use a strap to get into this pose. Just noticing how this feels in the body. If we flow into a mermaid, our left leg comes out to the side more like a deer pose, and we cuff that left foot into that left elbow. We can also use a strap for this pose as well. So just taking a moment to notice the differences and how we can flow into these poses. 2 more breaths. And we're going to relax that left leg straight to the back, breathing that left arm forward. We're going to gaze over that right shoulder one more time. Nice deep spinal twist, gazing over that right shoulder. Let's exhale back to center, flowing down to a sleeping pigeon, coming down on our forearms. We can come in prayer hands, whatever sleeping pigeon we feel as though we need. We're going to allow that heart chakra to come close to the earth. Eyes gaze down and closed. Shoulder blades melt forward. 4 breaths. Three breaths. 2 breaths. Let's slowly come out of that sleeping pigeon or our doe deer pose if we was in that pose. And we're going to push our bodies up. We are out of that sleeping pigeon. Untucking that left foot. We're going to come to our down dog, gazing at the feet. Walking our dog, pet on our feet left and right if that feels good. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. We're going to find that pause, shifting that weight forward, high plank, hovering over the yoga mat, building strength in our arms, back blades, shoulders. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhaling back, down dog, gazing at the feet. Let's extend that left leg up in the air, 3-legged dog, left side, feeling that stretch. As we flow that left foot forward, coming into a pigeon opposite side. Left foot's forward, right leg is now to the back. Noticing how this feels in the body. Now we can option to come into that doe by slightly bending that right knee if that feels best for the body. Or we can hang out here in that pigeon pose as we slightly twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Noticing how that gaze and that twist feels in your lumbar spine. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. Exhaling back to center. Just relaxing our body here in our pigeon pose as we flow to a king pigeon. We're going to connect our right hand to our right ankle foot, optioning to use the strap. We can bend our knees slightly towards the side, coming into that doe pose and flowing into that mermaid pose. King pigeon and mermaid looks very similar as well. Optioning to use that strap to get into that pose. And how do we use the strap to get into that pose? Simple. We find our elastic strap. We wrap it around our foot. Nice and easy. And we lift that leg up with the strap in our hand. So we're now in that mermaid, foot's out to the side, or king pigeon, foot's behind us, and grab onto that strap. See that there? Straps help us get into the pose as we walk our hands down the strap until we are completely in the pose without the strap. So straps could be our friend if needed. 2 more breaths in that king pigeon mermaid pose if that feels good. As we slowly release that foot, bringing it straight to the back, coming back into that mermaid or our doe pose, slightly gazing over that left shoulder. One more time, feeling that spinal twist. 2 more breaths. Exhaling back to center. And let's flow on down to that sleeping pigeon if that feels good. Using any method that you choose to be in your sleeping pigeon as our torso comes closer to the earth. Our eyes slightly gaze downward or close. Shoulders melts forward. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Let's take a nice deep intentional breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Placing our palms flat on the earth as we lift our torso away from our thighs. We are back in that awakened pigeon as we untuck those right toes, our right toes. And we're going to push our bodies up to our down dog, gazing at the feet. Optioning to walk the dog by pedaling your feet left and right. Finding that pause, shifting our weight, high plank, hovering over the yoga mat. Building strength in the arms, shoulders, back blades, tummies are nice and tight. 2 more breaths. Exhale, back down dog, gazing at the feet. As we flow into that 3-legged dog, right side, right foot flows up to the heavens, gazing at the foot. Exhaling back down dog. As we walk our feet to our hands, complete forward fold or half forward fold. Whatever feels best for you and your body, complete forward or half. This is a lengthening pose. It's a stretching pose. It's a soothing pose with our eyes gazed down or closed. Again, half forward fold or complete forward fold. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2. Let's come into a half forward fold if we are in our complete. And we're going to walk our feet. Let's yogi walk our feet apart. Let's bring it nice and slightly wide-legged, not too wide-legged. And we're going to come on back down to that complete forward fold and flow into our ragdoll by grabbing our elbows with our hands and allowing our head to drop. Melting down close to the earth, eyes gaze down or close, feeling this lengthen and stretching pose. 4 breaths. 2 more breaths. And we're going to option to rock or sway that body from side to side in our ragdoll. Rocking or swaying the body. And notice in that rock and sway, you'll feel an extra pull and stretch in the hamstring. 4 more breaths. 2 breaths. Finding that pause at center, half forward fold. And we're going to come up to our mountain pose. Palms are at our sides. Fingertips flows downward towards the earth. That pelvic bone is tilted forward. Heart chakra is lifted. Chin is up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Our feet are firm and planted into the earth. We are standing strong and tall. That chin is lifted. Heart chakra is up. Shoulders relax downward away from the ears. We are standing firm. We are standing tall. Taking a nice breath. Exhale. Taking a moment to notice how this Tadasana, this mountain pose, feels within your body. Do we feel strong? Do we feel rooted? We have our heart chakra lifted. Our chin is up. Our pelvic bone is tilted forward. Shoulders relax down away from our ears. We are standing like queens and kings. Being mindful of who we are. Being mindful of our power within. Mountain pose, strong, powerful, forceful. 4 breaths, silent meditation as we go inward, focusing on self. Two more breaths. Taking a nice deep breath in. Bending the knees, chair pose, extending the arms in front of us, chair pose, extended chair pose. Palms can be above our heads, or we can breathe our palms at heart center, coming into that chair pose, prayer hands. Extending our arms in front of us, extended chair. We are working the lower parts of our bodies, working our quads, our gluteus maximus, as well as our calves. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Palms at heart center, chair pose. Prayer hands as we twist the body towards the right, chair pose twist. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhale, center. Chair pose twist, opposite side. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhale, back center. Straightening our legs. Half forward fold, backs are straight, gaze forward. 3 breaths. As we yogi walk our feet apart, coming nice and wide-legged here. Yogi walking those feet apart, those legs apart. We're going to point our toes to the edges of our yoga mat. Straightening our back, we are wide-legged, toes pointing outward. We're going to bend those knees, coming into cactus hands, goddess, God stance. Working the lower parts of our bodies, gluteus maximus, quads, calves. Arms are in cactus, or we can extend our arms in front. Above our head, and our extended mountain, or salute, palms together. Whatever you choose as we build strength in the lower parts of our bodies. 5 breaths. 4 breaths. 3. 2 breaths. 1 breath, exhale, standing star. Keeping those legs apart, palms come out towards the side. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up, pelvic bone tilts forward. Gazing the eyes down, breathe in. Exhale. 3 more breaths. 2 breaths. Exhaling back down to that goddess God stance, bending those knees. And this time, maybe pulse up and down, or option to rock the body from side to side. And we can also option to simply just stay still. Whatever you choose here. 6 breaths, goddess God stance, freestyling. 5 breaths. 4 breaths. 3. 2. 1. Exhale up, standing star. Palms out to the side, heart chakras lifted, chin is up, breathe in. Exhale. Back down to God stance. Feeling that bend. 2 breaths. Back up, standing star. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Exhale back to God stance. We're in that cactus hands. 3 breaths. 2, 1. Exhale back up, star. Palms out to the side. Feeling a burn. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Breathe in. Exhale back down, God stance. Feeling a burn. 4 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Exhale up, standing star. Heart chakras lifted, chin up. Breathe in. Exhale back down, cactus hands. God stance. 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, hold it, pulse up and down. 2 breaths. Feeling a burn. Finding that pulse. Let's sway side to side. 2 breaths. Feeling a burn. Find center. Exhale up, standing star. Palms come to the side. Heart chakras lifted, chin up. Feel the arms burning. Feel the back blades burning. Feel the shoulders working here. Feel the legs, gluteus maximus, calves, as well as the quads. Tummies are nice and tight. 2 more breaths. Breathe out, palms above our heads, interlacing our fingers. Pointer finger pointing up. Let's yogi walk our feet together. Allowing our arms to flow slightly to the back of the room. Heart chakra lifts, chin is lifted, pelvic bone tilts forward. Feeling that nice deep back bend in our lumbar spine as we gaze up towards the heavens. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. And exhaling back to center. Standing prayer. Standing salute. Palms above our head, standing salute. Let's lean our bodies towards the side. Standing side bend, standing crescent moon, standing banana. You may hear it in all ways. Side bend, crescent moon, standing banana. Palms go together. We're linked to the side. Feeling that stretch in your side body. Gazing up at our fingertips or just slightly tilting our chin upwards. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhale into center. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale. As our bodies lean to the opposite side, standing side bend, crescent moon, or standing banana. You may hear it always. This is a nice side bend. You'll feel this stretch in your side body. Chin is slightly up as we gaze slightly up at the heavens. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhale to center. Relaxing our palms at heart center, coming into that standing prayer. Relaxing those shoulders downward away from our ears in our prayer. Being mindful of our bodies. Our feet are planted to the earth. Pelvic bone is tilted forward. Heart chakra is lifted. Chin is slightly up. Eyes are gazed down. Breathe in. Exhale. Keeping our palms at heart center, we're going to slightly hinge at the hips. Keeping that back straight. Gaze forward. Feeling that stretch behind our legs and the hamstrings. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Hinging deeper to a complete forward fold, connecting our hands to the lower parts of our legs or our ankles, or our toes. Head drops downward, full body stretch, 4 breaths. Hmm. 2 breaths. Hmm. Let's walk our hands forward, flowing back into a down dog, gazing at our feet. Shifting our weight forward, high plank, or flowing down to a low plank or a chaturanga as we are hovering over our yoga mat, building strength in our arms, shoulders, and back blades. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Exhaling onto our tummies. We are in that Sphinx pose. We are on our forearms. Our shoulders are not shrugged towards our ears. Unshrugging those shoulders. See that they are having control of that back. Shoulders are away from the ears. Our heart chakra is lifted. Our chin is up. Maybe our palms are together in our Sphinx pose, or maybe our palms are flat on the earth. Whatever feels best for you and your body. We're going to keep our eyes gazed down and closed. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Let's allow our bodies to connect to the earth, coming into that Superman, Supergirl. Bodies connect completely to the earth. We're going to take the feet off the earth. We're going to take the hands off the earth. And we are flying. Superman, Supergirl, feeling strong, feeling powerful. We are flying. Chin is up. 2 more breaths. You're going to find that pause. Holding that Superman, Supergirl. And we're going to simply just swim our hands towards the back. We're going to slightly twist our palms up towards the heavens. See that there? Twisting those palms up. And now we are working the back of the arms, shoulders, back blades. Feel that there. Our legs are still off the earth. We're in that locust pose. Locust pose. Chin is up. Heart chakra is lifted. 3 more breaths. 2 breaths. Now we're going to hold this locust pose. And we're going to flow into a sleeping locust, just allowing the torso, bodies to come to the earth. Sleeping locust. Forehead, chin comes to the yoga mat. Maybe the side of our face, our cheeks. However you feel to be in your sleeping locust, eyes gaze down, shoulder blades melts forward. 5 relaxing breaths. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. 4 more breaths. Two more breaths. As we slowly awaken from that sleeping locust, coming back into the locust pose, just lifting our bodies, arms, feet, torso away from the earth, chin is up, heart chakras lifted, locust pose. 4 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Holding that locust, don't come out. We're going to swim our arms forward, coming back into that Superman, Supergirl. Flowing back into that locust pose. Palms are up towards the heavens. And we're going to connect the right hand to the right ankle. We're in that half bow pose. Or we can come into a full bow, also connecting the left hand to the left ankle, or option to do one side at a time. This here is a nice deep back bend. Heart chakra comes even further from the earth. Heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. We're going to do 6 breaths, 3 on one side, 3 on the other, or we're simply going to be in that full bow for 6 breaths. 5, 4, 3. We're going to switch sides if we're in half bow. 2, take a nice breath. Exhale. Exhaling out. Let's come back into that sleeping locust for 4 breaths. 2 more breaths. Slowly awakening from our sleeping locust, lifting the body up. We're going to swim my hands forward. Superman, Supergirl. 3 breaths. 2, 1. Coming into that Sphinx pose on our forearms. Our shoulders are not shrugged. They are away from the ears. Feeling this slight back bend here in our Sphinx pose. Heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. Breathe in. Exhale. 3 breaths. Let's come on to our hands and our knees, coming into a tabletop pose. It's breathing our knees together. Knees are hip distance apart. Palms are flat on the earth as we drop down to cow. Feeling this cow in that lumbar spine. Noticing how this cow feels in your lower back. Exhale into cat. Noticing how this cat pose feels in that spinal cord. Tummies are tucked. Flowing back to cow. Exhale, cat. And we're going to flow into our puppy pose or our child's pose. Child's pose, legs are slightly apart. Buttocks comes towards the heels, torsos to the earth. Extended child's pose, arms are in front of us, palms flat on the earth. Or puppy pose, let's keep our thighs together. Buttocks is going to stay high in the air as our torso comes closer to the earth. Extended puppy pose, arms are in front of us, flat on the earth. Extended puppy. So may we do our child's or puppy pose, whatever feels best for you, allowing the eyes to gaze down or close. Our shoulder blades melts forward, heart chakra connects to the earth. Taking this moment to go inward as we breathe in. Exhale. 4 breaths. Let's make it 5 breaths of silence. Mm. Mm. 3 more breaths. Hmm. We're going to come up. Let's spinal wave our bodies out of our child's pose, puppy pose. Palms are flat on the earth, extended in front of us, and let's spinal wave the body using the palms to wave the body forward and using the palms to wave the buttocks towards the heels. 3 spinal waves. Noticing how this wave feels in the body. And we're going to find that pause once we get to our 3rd spinal wave. We're going to come onto our hands and our knees, dropping down to cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to table, we're going to cross our feet at our ankles. We're going to float onto our buttocks, coming onto our backs, hugging our knees into our chest, reclined position, knees to chest. Taking a moment to notice how the knees feels into the chest as we are hugging our knees into our chest, if that feels good for us. Shoulder blades are melted to the back of the yoga mat, just connecting to the earth. Eyes are gazed downward or closed. Breathe in. Exhale. We're going to unhug our knees and allow our knees to flow, to fall towards the left. Recline spinal twist. Knees flows to the left. Feeling that spinal cord twist and decompress. That right arm comes out to the side like a lowercase t. And allow the shoulder blade to connect to the earth. Eyes are gazed downward to closed. We can gaze up at the heavens, or we can gaze over our right shoulder. Whatever feels best for the body. 5 natural breaths. 3 breaths. 2. Let's exhale and back to center, hugging our knees into the chest. As our knees flows towards the right, recline, spinal twist, opposite side, feeling that spine, soothe and decompress. Left arm comes out to the side like a lowercase t as our shoulder blades relaxes close to the earth. Eyes are gazed downward or closed. 5 breaths. We can gaze up at the heavens or gaze over the left shoulder. 4 breaths. 2 more breaths. Hanging out here in this reclined spinal twist, we're simply going to roll our left arm, left body towards the right and come into a fetal pose, hugging our knees into the chest as we are laying on our side, using our arm, our hand to support our neck In this fetal pose, we're going to gaze those eyes down and close our eyes, optioning to place a pillow or blanket between the thighs to keep the knees elevated or at proper distance apart, shall I say. With the eyes gazed down, fetal pose, we are relaxing, going inward 5 breaths. Hmm. Two more breaths. Slowly awakening from that fetal pose. We're going to use that top hand to push our bodies up into a seated position, or we can option to stay close to the earth in our reclined positions. I'm going to come into a cow face legs in my seated pose. May you find any seat or any position that feels good for you as we close off our session here today. If we are seated, pelvic bone is tilted forward, heart chakra is lifted, chin is up. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Relaxing the shoulders downward away from the ears. Our chin is relaxed. Our cheeks, facial muscles are relaxed. And our forehead is relaxed. As we breathe our palms at heart center, coming into that seated prayer. Extending our arms above our heads, fingertips flows towards the heavens. Seated salute or extended mountain salute or extended mountain. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Eyes are gazed downward or closed. We are relaxed. Breathe in. Exhale. Separating those palms if they are together as we twist, turn our bodies towards the right. Palms come downward towards the earth, gazing over that right shoulder. Seated twist, 3 breaths. Two breaths. Let's exhale back to center, coming into that seated star. Palms are out towards the side. Heart chakra is lifted. Chin is up. Breathe in. Exhale. Twist the body towards the left. Palms come down, gazing over that left shoulder. Seated twist. 3 breaths. Two breaths. Exhaling back to center, coming into that star. Extended mountain. Heart chakras lifted, chin is up. Tummy's tucked at the navel. Salute. Palms together above the head. Relaxing palms at heart center, seated prayer. Shoulders relaxed downward away from our ears. Eyes are slightly gazed down and closed. As we use this time to check in with self, noticing how we feel after our practice, simply being aware without judgment. Always remembering to be kind and loving to oneself. I would like to thank you all for allowing me to practice self-care and teaching training with you here today, for it truly, truly is a blessing. The light in me sees, appreciates, and respects the light in you all. Namaste.